That's what it is.
N8QA connected to Kg4DVE.
Okay, not quite sure what happened there, but we'll go ahead and get this thing started. Break. CQ, this is KN4IMU calling the Tri-State 2-meter net into session. My name is Michael, and I'll be your net control operator tonight. This net's sponsored by the River Cities Amateur Radio Association and meets on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. This net meets on the repeaters KG4DV 146.940, NAQA 145.390, and NAQA 444.600, as well as on Echolink at KG4DVE-R and NAQA-R. This net's an open net. All amateur radio operators are invited to participate in the net, and the only thing you need is a valid amateur radio call sign.
Kilo Echo 8 Alpha Lima disconnected.
Following SCC rules, our net will yield to emergency traffic at any time during the net meeting. All traffic during the net meeting will be directed through net control. When you're asked to check in, please state your call sign slowly and phonetically, followed by your first name. After the check-in process, each station will have a chance to make a comment or announcement. Rechecks will then be acknowledged and coordinated through net control following the check-in process. This is KN4IMU hosting the Tri-State 2-meter net. Before we begin the net tonight, are there any stations with emergency or priority traffic for the net? Alright, we'll start taking check-ins for the net tonight. We will start off with our time-valued stations. Stations that are short of time or would like to check in and out, please call now.
Kilowatt 0 Hotel in India Oscar. I'll be in and out tonight, Mike.
Alright, Larry, got you in and out, man. You have a good evening. Stay warm, and we will talk to you soon. Any other short of time or in and out stations? Alright, moving on now to Echolink stations. Any Echolink stations wishing to check in, please call now.
Kilo Bravo 8, Mike Charlie Foxtrot. Name's Don. I'm up there in Charleston, West Virginia, and I'm coming in on the Echo Link on the Portsmouth repeater.
Alright, got you in there. Kilo Bravo 8, Mike Charlie Foxtrot. Don, got you checked in. Appreciate you checking in tonight. Any other stations on Echolink that would like to check in? Alright, we'll move on now. We'll just call for check-ins from anywhere now. Any stations anywhere wishing to check into tonight's net, please call now.
Whiskey 3, Whiskey Victor Alpha, Greg in Spring Valley.
W8XDB, Dave.
Alright, Greg got 3WVA and Dave, W8XDB. Any other station that would like to check in tonight?
Kilo Delta 8, Whiskey Tango Golf Tom Muletown. Kb8 Srn, Gary, pretty close to Muletown. Kilo Echo 8, Alpha Alpha Lima, Bill Waverly.
Alright, I got Tom.
Kilo 8,
Gary.
Mike,
I got
Kilo
Bill all
Daniel.
checked in. Any other stations out there looking to check in? Any stations anywhere, please call now.
Kilo 8, Delta Mike, Kilo, Daniel.
Kb8 KUM, pretty far away from Untitled.
Alright, I got Danny, KDMK, and Jim, KD8 KUM checked in. Are there any other stations out there, any stations anywhere that would like to check in? Please call now. Alright, we'll check again here in a few minutes. We're off to a good start. We had Larry in and out first off. So we'll go to our Echo Link station, Kilo Bravo 8, Mike, Charlie Foxtrot. Don out there says Glasgow. You said near Charleston, so we'll count it same area. Don, what's going on out there in Kanawha County, or close enough to Kanawha County?
Well, not a whole lot. First time checking in, so I wanted to say good evening to everybody. It's always nice to hear a bunch of guys and gals getting on and checking in on the net and stuff there. But just sitting up here and linked in, I was over on the Ashland repeater at first, and I thought, well, do they link them together during the tri-state? And I thought, well, I better go back over to the Portsmouth. But so we got it working good there. But nope, just sitting up here watching a little TV this evening. Go ahead.
All right, Don, well, glad you're able to check in with us. Yeah, either one works. I say this one's technically hosted on the Ashland repeater, but we link them both up for the nets Monday through Friday. So you get a chance to check in with us Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock, and feel free to check in anytime, any other time. So appreciate you checking in, man. You have a good evening. Stay warm, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, next up, we'll go to Spring Valley, Whiskey 3, Whiskey Victor Alpha. Greg, how you doing, man?
Well, hello, Mike. Good evening, everybody on the net. Missed you last night on the Portsmouth Radio Club, so I'll tell you what I told them. I am just sitting around here getting ready to pull the trigger on a new dipole antenna. I decided I'm just going to replace it, the one that I had, the ICOM Kb8 Srn. It worked really, really well, and it's really, really easy to put up. As soon as I clean up the war zone that's left up in the backyard, it's still a bit soggy, but day by day it's drying out here in West Virginia, down on Spring Valley, which is just a little bit farther than Kb8 KUM Jim, a little bit farther from Muletown, but just as beautiful, and just wishing everybody a 73 W3 WVA. Back to net control.
Alright, Greg, appreciate you checking in, man. Good luck with the new antenna there. I know you suffered a little bit there with the winter storm, but hopefully you'll get back on the air before too long. And have a good evening, man, and we'll talk to you soon. Alright, next up we'll go to Dave, W8XDB. Dave, what kind of trouble did you get into today?
I hope you're not assuming anything. Never got into any trouble today. It's amazing. I was a good boy day. I'd done my condolences at a funeral. Got that over with, and visited with some of the family members as friends of mine. That's what I've been into today, and I've been back home, had supper and medicine, all that good stuff. I'm kamikaze on that needle when it goes sticking myself. I go, hey, and poke it in my gut. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I've been into, Mike. Hope I didn't bore nobody too bad. I'll tell you, 73s, everybody have a good night, and catch hopefully tomorrow evening. W8XDB, back to net control.
Alright, Dave, appreciate you checking in, man. Always good to hear you on here, and usually you're out and about, but we're glad you're able to join us tonight. Have a good evening, man, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, next up we'll go to Muletown, Kb8 WTG. Tom, what's going on with you, man?
Well, good evening, Mike, and everybody on the net. Yes, Muletown is a beautiful place. I have to say that. Well, I have to. I was in Huntington today. I was going to tell Jim that I was in Huntington today, although I wasn't in West Huntington. Came in on the 5th Street Hill off of 64 and went into, where my work is. And then I went out on the 6th Street Bridge. But, oh, my, that water it's up, up, up. And down here too. So I had a good trip today and got some stuff ready. I delivered some and got some more to deliver tomorrow and the next day. So try to get a little business done. And so hope everybody stays safe and warm. Okay, back to net control, Kb8 WTG.
Well, I was wondering why they had the helicopters in the air today. That explains it, with you being in town. So they were keeping a good eye on you, I guess. Tom, have a good evening, buddy. Thank you for checking in, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, next we'll go to Gary, Kb8 Srn. Gary, what's going on in your world today?
Good evening, Michael, and everyone else on the net. Busy day today. I did get to split a little firewood this morning, and not a whole lot. Probably worked on that an hour and a half or so. And had to go down and get some home care arranged for my mother. Met with those people, and then she had a doctor's appointment. So anyway, I got this little interesting project I'm working on, and the TPM sensors on my Jeep are sending an indication that one is bad, and it's not that one's low. It looks like the signal suggests that one is bad. It just, you don't know which one. So a little research said that it operated on the UHF, and I got this old optoelectronics counter, it's been forever since I've had it working, so it's charging up. I'm going to take that thing out tomorrow and snoop those wheels and see if I can find that TPM sensor that's not transmitting. I'll let you know how that turns out. Kb8 Srn. Oh, I like that kamikaze lingo on there too, Dave. Back to you, Mike.
All right, Gary, appreciate you checking in, man. Sounds like you've always got something good going on there to work on. Have a good evening, man, and we will talk to you soon. All right, my window disappeared. All right, move on down. We'll go to Waverly now. Kilo Echo 8, Alpha Alpha Lima. Bill, what's going on up there in Pike County?
Good evening, Mike, and everyone on the net. Not much, nothing. Looks like the water in the low-lying lands is receding somewhat, which is a good thing. I don't think we had the water here that we have had in the past, but another beautiful day. I got me some biscuits. Going to fix me some biscuits and gravy and bacon and some fried potatoes. Might even throw a few eggs in there, and just a little bit when we get done with the net. And looking forward to that. Not much else going on up here. Just trying to stay out of trouble. Looking forward to it staying sunny and nice. But with that, turn it back to net control. Kilo Echo 8, Alpha Alpha Lima.
All right, Bill. Appreciate you checking in to the net, man, and you have a good evening, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, next we'll go back up the side of the furnace. K8DMK, Daniel. What's going on with you, my bud?
Good evening, Mike, and everybody on the net. Again, Mike, you're doing a fine job running the net, and thank you for doing the net. But I didn't get in much today to give that new washer and dryer a workout, and that's about all I've done today. I had a bunch of it back there, and somebody said, how come you didn't leave? I said, go here or go there. I said, well, I don't believe in leaving a washer and dryer running when you leave, so I stayed here with it. So I know a guy's house who burnt because of that, and
Not saying that I can do anything about it if it did happen, but oh, not much, Mike. Missed you on the net last night. I heard you in and out. Missed hearing from you, so I'll go ahead and turn it back to you, Mike. This is Kb8 back to net control.
All right, Danny, glad you're able to check in tonight, man. Yeah, I was on the computer last night, so I couldn't hang around too long, but definitely had to check in at least while I had a second there. So appreciate you checking in, man. You have a good evening, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, next we'll go over to the west end of Huntington, K88 KUM. Jim, how was your day, man?
We did fine here. Just waiting on. I don't know. Greg is actually west of me there. I'm east to him, so he might actually be closer to Muletown than me, or we may be even. So I don't know which way it is. But I sneaked over yesterday before the water got closed off Route 60, the HIMG. In February, I was supposed to go for my 6-month checkup and test and stuff to see if I'm still going to live. My kidneys are working, their blood and all that, and peeing and all that stuff. They want all that from me, and I got over there, and I only go. They said I snuck. I said I'm not coming in February due to a bunch of reasons, coronavirus and stubbornness, the stubborn old mule. So they said, well, you got to come in March. So I went yesterday, and they did all that stuff, and the lab messed up. They couldn't get any blood to come out of my arm, so I said I ain't got none. So they fooled around, finally got 3-4 tubes out, and I went to see the doctor, but the lab messed up, and usually they take the blood, and then by the time I get to see the doctor, he's already got the report and stuff, but we didn't get the report, so he didn't know what to say. I'm still here alive, and they're going to send me something in the mail, which my mail sometimes don't get to me, so my neighbors might know whether I'm going to live or die. So, back to you, Mike. Kb8 KUM.
All right, Jim. Sounds like you've had a pretty busy day compared to usual. Glad you're able to check in, man. Have a good evening, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, we are at the bottom of the list. This is KN4IMU, hosting the Tri-State 2-meter net, and we are still looking to take check-ins. Real quick, I do want to pass along a couple of quick things here. Break. Just a reminder, this coming Tuesday, March 9th, will be the next River Cities Club meeting and test session. We'll be having the test session at 6 o'clock with the meeting following at 7. And that'll be a Bellefonte restaurant, or Bellefonte, I'm still not sure how you actually pronounce it, down in Ashland. So if you're looking to test, get a hold of Daryl Smith, NU4P, at 606-547-6639 to save yourself a spot to test. And then, or you could just come join the meeting and have a good old time and enjoy some good food. So do have that coming up this coming Tuesday. Break. Let's see. Also, I want to remind everyone of the ticket giveaway we're doing for the River Cities Club. Tickets for the Autumn Color Express in October. So if anybody's interested in tickets for that, get a hold for coming to a meeting, or get a hold of any of the other club members and get yourself some tickets. They're $10 each, one ticket per person, and we'll be doing a drawing either on April 24th or when we sell all the tickets. So get in on that. All right, now with that being said, we are taking more check-ins for tonight's Tri-State 2-meter net. Any stations that would like to check in, please call now.
Please check in. Kilo
Delta 8, Victor Mike Bravo.
Whiskey Sierra John in South Ashland.
All right, I had to double there real quick. I had John KE4EWS, and Rodney, I had you in there as well. KD8 VMB. Got you both checked in. Any other stations? Looking for any stations anywhere or wishing to check into the Tri-State 2-meter net, please call now. anybody else, we'll start with John, KE4EWS. John, what's going on, man?
KE4EWS, say good evening to everybody that's on the net. People might be listening on a scanner. I say hello to them. And at least most of the water is starting to go down. I used to live in Alderson, West Virginia, Greenbrier County, and that town was, every time it rained, it flooded. My grandpa, we all lived about 2 blocks from the river, and used to just get flooded, and you'd lose everything unless you found a way to put it upstairs. Y'all take care. KE4EWS, back to the net.
All right, John, appreciate you checking in, buddy, and you have a good evening, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, next we'll go on down to Moore's Landing. Kb8 VMB, Rodney, tell us about what's going on down the river. I'd say it's been quite an adventure for you.
This is Kb8 VMB. This isn't Moore's Landing, it's Moore's Island. We've been an island since about 8 o'clock yesterday morning. That's the fastest I ever seen the river come up. It's right off my deck out here, but it seems to be leveled off. Going to hold here at about 56 feet for, probably they say about 10 or 12 hours, and then started to drop back down. And I got 51 degrees here this evening, and there's 3 tugs lined up between Carl's Perkins Bridge and here, and probably more to come tonight. And the Amtrak didn't run till right before dark. I think it was about 6:30, and he had an engine on both ends. That let me know that somewhere he's going to have to switch tracks and run the other direction for a while to detour. So it's, even though can't get out and do anything, it's interesting down here. Send it back to you, Mike. KD8, VMB.
All right, Rodney, appreciate you checking in here. That's kind of interesting. I'm trying to find Amtrak. I've got a little page here that I periodically look at for it here. But was that today or was that the other day you said? I'm trying to look here.
No, that was just this evening there. Amtrak runs on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Okay, it's showing today's 50, which is the eastbound Cardinal. It's already up in Philly, so that wasn't the one you saw. You said it was around 6:30 this evening?
Yeah, no, I might be mistaken because it was after dark. That's how I could tell it had for sure that it had engine on both ends. But it may not be an Amtrak because the coaches were just really sparsely lit.
I know what you saw then. You saw the office car train. CSX ran. They're running a train of executives. They're doing a big loop. They came up from Jacksonville yesterday into today to Louisville, came across Cincinnati, turned on the Y at Latonia, came east, and they're supposed to lay over in Huntington tonight. So that's probably what you saw. And then they're supposed to go east to Richmond and back down to Jacksonville tomorrow. So that's probably what you saw. It threw me off. I was like, that'd be a little bit of an odd move, but yeah, that's probably what you saw.
Yeah, from the lights, no more lights that was on in it. Yeah, it looked like it was probably a company train.
Yeah, they're doing an inspection train. I don't know. Nobody knows what purpose, but they just CSX repainted their whole office car fleet into a new scheme, and it looks really sharp. I didn't get a chance to get out and see it tonight, but they came through Cincinnati this afternoon. I think it's already, if not close, if not already in Huntington. But that is probably what you saw.
Yeah, it would already be in at Huntington.
Yeah, that figures. But, oh well. Rodney, again, appreciate you checking in, man, and you stay dry out there, so hopefully it'll start turning back into Moore's Landing again here soon. And we'll talk to you here soon, man. All right, we're at the bottom list again, and we're still taking check-ins for the Tri-State 2-meter net. Any stations anywhere, please call now.
Kb8 Srn, Mike.
I think that was Frank, but my audio was down really, or I say the audio was down really, really low. Was that you, Frank?
Yeah, I'm on a different radio without the speaker mic, and just checking it out. I'm talking a little closer. Does that help?
Yeah, it helped a little bit. Still a little quieter than usual, but I do got you in there, Frank. And since we got you in there, man, how are you doing?
That's the B4GXR, low mic and the net. We're doing okay. Trying to, like I said, work on a different radio. I'll probably have to turn the mic gain up on it a little bit later on. And just got a new battery pack. Wanted to see if it's working. We're away from the river, so we're not affected by any of the flooding, but it's watching the news, and it seems like slowly but surely it's going to go down, but imagine a lot of people are hurt. Anyway, that's all we got. Back to net control, Kb8 Srn.
All right, Frank, appreciate you checking in. Yeah, it's quieter than usual, but we got you in there, and it's a pretty good signal as best as I can tell. So, have a good evening, man, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, are there any other stations out there looking to check in tonight? Please call now. Now I'll go throw myself on the list, and same old here. Actually, not exactly. Same old day at work, got off work, came home, and had a Roto-Rooter here to clean out. Turns out that my kitchen sink wasn't draining right, so took a look at that. They tried to stick the little, in there, as dirty as that sounds, and could not get the path cleared, couldn't get the flow, and ended up finding out that the kitchen sink drain line goes all the way around the house, going over the main, and I guess it's gummed up pretty well. So not sure why, but yeah, they're gonna have to fix that at some point. So they got it at least drained out to where I can at least use it. They just got it open at one spot, so at least I'm able to use my kitchen sink again, which is a good thing. So that's about it for me. Break. Again, just going to remind everyone, this coming Tuesday will be our next club meeting at Belafonte Restaurant. We'll have testing at 6, and the meeting at 7 o'clock. So if you get a chance to check into that, make sure you do so. Then tomorrow night at 8 o'clock will be the Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net with Gary WX8G as net control. So if you get a chance to check into that, make sure you do so. And then what else? That way at 8:30 p.m. will be the Ohio Valley Aries Races net. That'll be on the 146610 and 146715 repeaters. And I'm going to try and get the 625 linked in as well. I got the interface for it. I just haven't gone over there to try and put it in, but if the weather's good tomorrow, that may be my project for the day. So that's more or less it. Alright. We'll go ahead and do a final call then for check-ins and see if anybody else out there looking to check in. And if not, if we don't get anybody else, then we'll just go ahead and close out for the evening. So if there's any stations out there looking to check into the Tri-State 2-meter net, please call now. Final call for check-ins for the Tri-State 2-meter net. Any stations anywhere, please call now.
W3WVA, recheck, Mike.
Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, Mike, I just got a quick question about tomorrow about the Southern Ohio area races and that. Do you connect the your Kg4DVE repeater to W8 SOE? I'm going to try and use the SOE repeater tomorrow, but if not, if I can't hit it, I'll have to come back to home. But just wondering if you know.
No, the 9.4 doesn't get linked for it because it's usually on the Portsmouth net. And usually by the time the net's over, the area's racing net's usually already done for. But 715, you should not have a problem. It's right across the river from you up there in Burlington above Lowe's.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think about, you know, the overlap from Portsmouth to Southern Ohio. But yeah, it was acting kind of fishy there a little while ago, so I figured I'd try it again. I mean, you know, the Kg4DVE repeater is just so easy to hit. So I'm going to go ahead and check in on the SOE repeater tomorrow. And 73 again. Thanks again. Good night.
No problem, man. Yeah, you shouldn't have a problem. If not, you've got Echo Link capability too, just in case. But yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. All right, last call for check-ins for tonight's Tri-State 2-meter net. Please call now. All right, not hearing anybody else. We'll go ahead and close the net out for this evening. I'd like to thank everyone that checked in to the Tri-State 2-meter net, and those that stood by while the net was being conducted. We'll now close the net at 8:36 p.m. with a total of 13 check-ins, and we'll turn all repeaters connected back to normal amateur use. Everyone have a good evening, stay warm, and check into the net tomorrow. We'll be back on Friday for the next meeting of the Tri-State 2-meter net. This is KN4IMU Net Control, and I'll be clear.
N8QA disconnected.